Hey everybody, it's your old buddy Jim up here in beautiful, well, it was sunny, but it's still not very warm upper East Tennessee. It was 71 degrees today. I overslept. I meant to put this video up earlier, so stuff happens. But I'm going to call this video Winning or FAFO, and I'm not going to say that, but y'all know what it means. Everybody was in the tizzy, all the leftards, about the tariffs that were going to start on Mexico and Canada, and they started on China too. But less than 48 hours after Trump announced the tariffs on Mexico, the Mexican president agreed to supply 10,000 soldiers on their borders to stop the flow of illegal immigrants and fentanyl and other drugs. The cartels are probably, it's going to be bad, but it needs to be done. Trudeau caved. Prime Minister Sparkle Socks, who's as lame duck as you can be, I think he wanted to act tough to try to remain in power. But he also said that he was going to spend $1.3 billion for troops, helicopters, and some other high-tech stuff to stop the flow of illegals and fentanyl. Are you tired of winning yet? One page down. The Danish Prime Minister said Denmark is ready to allow the U.S. to boost its military presence in Greenland. And I'm not sure why the obsession is worldwide with the Arctic, but I know Russia's done a lot of stuff up there. I don't know if it's new trade routes, missile defense, but there's something going on in the Arctic. And I've heard theories and stuff, but I'm not real sure. And all the demon rats are suddenly concerned about Doge and Elon Musk auditing stuff in the federal government. See, they had no qualms in hiring 88,000 extra IRS agents to audit you and me. But they're now rolled under to the Department of State, the State Department under Marco Rubio. They had a big protest there at the doors of USAID. Let's go over some of the ways your tax dollars are being spent under USAID. $1.5 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion training in Serbia. $70,000 for a DEI musical in Ireland. $47,000 for a trans opera in Colombia. $30,000 for a trans comic book in Peru. $40 million that Fauci and NIH funneled through USAID, I reckon, to gain of function research in Wuhan. Anybody remember what came out of Wuhan? And let's not forget that they were behind the 2014 color revolution in Ukraine, where we overthrew a duly elected government and put in our own little puppet, which is why Ukraine is now decimated. So Jamie Raskin and Ilhan Omar and them saying this is a constitutional crisis that you have to go through Congress to do anything with that organization. Well, that's a blatant lie. It was created by John F. Kennedy Jr. by executive order, which means it can be demolished, revamped, or anything by the executive branch. The Panama Canal. You know, there's a lot of talk about us taking back the Panama Canal, that it should never been given away for $1 by the worst president in history before Joe Biden, and I'm talking about Jimmy Carter, who's still a good man, but he was a horrible president. Rubio went down and talked to them, and they are going to drop out of their agreements with China and their Silk Road Initiative, or the Belt and Road Initiative, which is China dominating trade all over the world. We also saw a massive protest over the weekend. I know today's Tuesday. I can't put videos up every day. I don't have time. in Los Angeles, Dallas, Houston, somewhere down in Georgia, I think Gainesville, where they're shutting down interstates and stuff, standing in solidarity with their illegal alien brothers and sisters, while the people that say they want to live here and they don't want to live there are waving their own flags and burning ours. Tom Homan, I hope you're watching. That's a great place to start. And this one should really burn your britches if you're a taxpaying American citizen. Zelensky is unsure where over $100 billion of the federal aid, our tax dollars, has went. So they were supposed to get $176 billion, and they've only got like 75, if I'm reading that right. So where'd the money go? You're saying that the federal government doesn't have to launder their money. They've been laundering it for years. Black projects and things like that in the Department of Defense. Do you remember when the day before 9/11, Rumsfeld went out and said that the Defense Department had no idea where trillions of dollars was, and after 9/11 that story just poof disappeared. Yeah, look it up. So Trump wants the rare earth minerals in Ukraine for continued support for defense initiatives for them. They have a lot of rare earth minerals for defense and high-tech industries, and I'm going to read some of these. Beryllium, manganese, gallium, uranium, zirconium, graphite, fluorite, nickel, and they have 500,000 tons of lithium for the batteries that everybody uses now. And I reckon the Mexican drug cartels are ordering their members to target U.S. Border Patrol agents with kamikaze drones, other explosive devices. So it's time for the Mexican drug cartels to be designated as a foreign terrorist organization. Just my opinion. You're entitled to your own. But on a good note, the old potato-in-chief, the Honorable Joseph Robinette Biden, has signed with a Hollywood talent agency. Maybe they're doing a live-action remake of VeggieTales. That's the only thing I can figure. So, lots of stuff going on. It's hard to keep up. I'm sure I hadn't paid much attention to the news today, but I'm sure there's more good news and bad news coming out. The Ukrainian army is in full retreat in a lot of places. Getting hostages released from Gaza. The Houthis have sort of calmed down, but they could fire back up and attack ships in the Red Sea at any time. So keep your head on a swivel, especially if you live in a populated area. If you have to go to a densely populated section of your town, make sure you've got something to defend yourself and your family, because there's nuts everywhere, and they're getting nuttier because they can't stand the fact that they lost the election, and they're willing to do anything to object. But you wonder why all the Democrats are so concerned with auditing of the federal government spending, wasting my money and your money. But they were all in favor of all those new IRS agents to make sure you accounted for every single cent. So, strange times we live in. So, let's close the daggone border and get them out of here. The sooner, the better. Don't be scared, folks. Get prepared. Start out small, but just keep building up every time you go to the store. And pretty soon you'll have a good stockpile of food when something bad happens. And I'm going to get off here. I got the boys over, so it's time to get homework done and stuff. So God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. And I'll catch you folks next time. I'll catch you sometime. How's that?